Welcome to Business Focus, a production of the Greater Reston Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, LJ Wilson, and today we have the lovely Laura Poindexter, President and CEO of Queen Bee Creative. Today we're going to talk about your upcoming business education series focusing on social media time savers,
Yes.
which takes place October 28th, by the way. Thank you for coming to Business Focus, Laura.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start it off. Can you tell me about yourself and then your company?
Sure. So I started my company in 2000, so this is my 15th year in business. I help businesses and nonprofits, thank you, with marketing, mostly online because that's just where the more cost-effective marketing is, but I also still do print for some of my clients, so social media, email are a big part of my business, web, search engine optimization, pay-per-click advertising, so all of the things that you think of when you think of online advertising. And I work with my clients on a retainer base, so I handle all their marketing.
Wow.
And some of them have staff, so I work with the staff as a virtual, marketing advisor. And then some of them I do all of the execution just based on the client. So that's what I do.
I understand you have an upcoming social media time savers workshop, which
Yeah.
we mentioned earlier.
So the next business education series for the Reston Chamber is Social Media Time Savers, which is a really fun workshop because when I speak, and I speak a ton, I speak to thousands of business owners every year on email marketing and social media and online marketing best practices, I really like people to leave with takeaways. So, and Social Media Time Savers is great because we're not going to go, okay, what is Facebook and what is Twitter? I'm going to tell you how to save time, how to curate content, so to use other people's content to bump up your social media to give you more content, how to decide what kind of content, and also sort of to put together an editorial calendar. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about a lot of tools recommended by experts and the tools I use every day. So bring your devices because we're going to be downloading apps and posting.
And take it from me, she's really good at what she does, so you're going to get a lot from this workshop, trust me. So moving on with social media,
Yes.
I understand it's a very big commodity. Can you give some advice to our viewers on how they can utilize social media to benefit their business?
Yeah, so normally when I work with a business or when I speak to these many businesses and nonprofits every year, I like to say you need to find the one social media platform that makes the most sense for your business and start there. You don't want to go and join Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram and Pinterest, and by the time this airs, one of those will be out of business. There'll be something new on the scene. So you really want to find the one that makes the most sense for your customer and where they are. I have customers that aren't on social media, and I have customers that are on lots of platforms. So it really depends on the business and on the target market. But the other thing is once you get that platform on social media is to drive them to something that you own. You don't own your social media platform. So you could have a Facebook page with 10,000 fans and accidentally go against Facebook's terms of service. They could pull the plug and it's just gone. So you want to always drive them to something that you own, which is your website, your email list. If your sales process involves a phone call, then drive them to somewhere where they can book a phone call with you. So whatever it is, you just need to get them to property that you own, and that predominantly is your website, your email list, as I've already said, or to get them to come in the door if you have a commercial retail establishment.
Now, this is kind of off the cuff. Really quickly, can you tell me, sometimes when people get these social media and they register to be Facebook, Twitter, and all these other social media sites, what is your advice to them to make sure that they populate those sites after they get it started?
So to post it, because I don't want to go to your Twitter and see you posted 345 days ago.
Yes.
So it's really creating a plan. And the plan does not mean you need to tweet 87 times a day. It just, what makes sense for my business? What do I want people to do? We want to drive them to action. And how can I be part of the community of my target audience? So I have customers that hardly ever post sort of call to action. My posts tend to be more informative. I just want to be seen as the expert, and if people are ready to hire me, they'll find me. I'm not like, hey, website special. And then I have others that are just really participating in that community. I had a gym, and that was sort of the goal for their Facebook page was to get engagement of their members, just to create that so that they stayed members. So starting with the goal and having a plan that makes sense, which is how I work with my clients. We create a plan that makes sense that they can do, that's not ridiculous. And when I speak, I like people to leave with actionable takeaways that make sense for their business. So it's not oh yeah, it'd be great. I went to this great conference on Periscope, but it doesn't even make sense for my business live streaming. So it's cool, but I can't use it. So I want you to leave with, oh, you know, I can do this today and it will make an immediate impact to my business, which is why often all of my clients end up with email marketing because it's the most effective. It's 40 times more effective than Facebook or Twitter in getting new customers. So any of my seminars, I talk about how wonderful email marketing is because of how effective it is. And that's what most of my clients do is drive people to the email list, build that relationship over time. And then depending what they're selling, some of my clients are retailers. So they're selling a $20 t-shirt. Other clients are selling, you know, multiple $1,000 packages. So you need to have that relationship with your customer.
Exactly.
And everyone at every one of my seminars, when I ask them what social media platforms they use, there's, you know, half of them are on Facebook, a third of them are on Twitter, a couple people here and there on the other platforms. Who checked your email today? Everyone raises their hand. So even if you don't open my email, you see my from, you see my subject, you know I'm there. And the goal of marketing is just to stay in front of people in a non-obtrusive way so that they know what you do. And when they're ready for you, they go, oh, that's right.
That's very smart, by the way. With that in mind, what are some of your upcoming projects and speaking engagements?
So as I said, I speak a lot. I do live seminars in the Washington, D.C. area. I do a lot of webinars. And but I have two actually upcoming that I'm excited about because I always like to leave with takeaways, you know, give people takeaways. But I don't always do hands-on workshops. And when I do hands-on workshops where they're longer, 3 to 6 hours, I get really excited because we can dive deep and get some stuff done. So the last week of October 29th, I'm doing an email boot camp. So it's an all-day, get into your account. We're going to create a master template. We're going to look at your contacts, your reporting. And they're always small groups, so I have time with everyone. And then the following week, November 4th, I have what I call my Social Media Marketing Workbook Live, which is a 6-hour seminar limited to 10 businesses where I walk you through the process I use with my clients to develop a social media strategy. So you leave with a 90-day editorial calendar and a real focus on what you're doing in your business for social media. Because my goal, I'm passionate about helping businesses.
Obviously.
And I want to help as many as I can and pay my mortgage. So there's a balance that I like to have. So I really love the group workshops because I can help more people in less time and it becomes more affordable for everyone. So,
well, Laura, thank you for joining me today. If you're interested in learning more about Queen Bee Creative, please visit www.queenbeecreative.com. Again, this is Laura Poindexter, President and CEO of Queen Bee Creative, and I'm your host, LJ Wilson, and thank you for joining Business Focus.